There we go. We've cut our Starlink cable just back from the plug that goes into the router, and put an RJ45 connector on it, and that's wired according to the B standard. And I've done the same thing to the other end, and I'm putting a waterproof fitting on, which goes something like this. This way, the dummy goes there like that. That's it. And we screw the tail nut on, and this is a waterproof fitting on this end. I might need a pair of pliers to tighten it right up. So if you haven't guessed, I'm putting in a Starlink into my caravan. So whilst Tracy is working 4 days a week and filling in while Amber's off on maternity leave, I'm stuck at home, and in between doing maintenance jobs at the apartments, I'm doing a little bit of work on the caravan. So here we go. We've got a nice long cable from Starlink. So I'm going to, what I've done is I've just installed a little inverter to power the router, and I'm about to install where the router is inside a little cupboard inside the caravan, and I've run a 10 meter Cat 6 cable from the cupboard inside the caravan down through the floor, underneath and across up the drawbar, and I'm about to put a box on the drawbar where I can plug this into, and I'll show you that now. So here we are inside the caravan. I've lifted the bed up so I can, and taken the door off. I'll just turn the camera around a bit. So I've taken the door off so I can have access in here. I've installed the King's 500 watt inverter, run the cable back to the battery, and what I've done is I've made a little extension lead and just fitted a power point here, so I can plug the Starlink router into there and plug my laptop power supply into there. So the 500 watt inverter will power the Starlink as well as my laptop. So that's it. And now what I've done here, I might have to take the camera off the stand. Yep, I will. So I've run some Cat 6 cable. You can see it's all coiled up there. The excess, I only need a 7 meters, but the pre-made one I could get was 10, and I've run it up inside the cupboard here and up to a faceplate there. So that's where I'll plug in my little fly lead to plug into the router, and I'm going to try and mount it. I've cut these bits of foam. See, I have 3 water tanks, so I have an extra water tank filler mech point here, and this one's blanked off, but it's got this bit of a pipe sticking out, so I've made up this bit of foam to sit over it, pack it out a bit, and like that, and the router will sit in there like that. Get that code down there, and that'll sit there, and I'm just going to pin it down with some Oki strap, and I'm hoping that the power from the inverter being in close proximity to the Wi-Fi won't interfere too much, but we'll just be a matter of testing it and see how it goes. So there's the Cat 6 cable coming through the drawbar. Got a bit of covering on it, which I'll pull off for now, and I've picked up this project box from one of the electronics stores, and so the idea is that cable go in there, plug into this waterproof connector, and we'll mount this on the drawbar somewhere. So that goes in there like that. And we'll just plug this together, see how she goes. Plugs in there. That curls out there. It's going to work. Cut out, and then we put the cover plate on and bolt it to the drawbar. Now that's going to be the question, where am I going to bolt it? There we go, I've now done up the box, mounted the plug onto there and chucked a little bit of black stuff around to seal that up. It comes with a seal around the lid. So I've decided I'm going to mount it on the crossbar, which is over here. So now I'm going to try and do that with some self-drilling screws, and we'll see how we go. And there's the final product, bolted to the crossbar, and that just pops out to plug in the RJ45 lead to the dish. I've just got to wait till this Sikaflex dries before I put a sleeve over that to protect it. So once the Starlink box powers up, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's searching, so it goes flat while it searches for a satellite. Once it finds one, it tilts it into the approximate southerly direction. So it's gone online now, you can see that, and it's downloading an update. And another note down the bottom of the app says that it's calibrating the connection, and in the next 15 minutes should be stabilized. So this is the connection now, the cable's here, lots of cable. I can relocate the car wherever I want it to be, so it's not in behind the trees, and have a nice long length of cable. I'm going to buy one of those things that you wind up cable on from Bunnings and make that a lot neater. Oh, here we go. She's rerouted into the southerly direction. There we go, the Starlink dish now is installed next to the 500 watt inverter. Power point's on and it's plugged in up there from that short lead, all nice and neat. I'll just put the door back on. I'm going to get some elastic and strap around here so that stops this from moving around. And there we're done. Got our Starlink all working. Terrific, very happy. So why Starlink? Well, we went camping. I've been thinking about it for a while, but we went camping, was it just after Christmas? Just before Christmas, can't remember now, with a friend Paul, And Paul had a Starlink, and he had it out on the ground. He just had what comes with the package, plugged it all together, had his router sitting outside on a shelf under his awning, and it worked quite well. We could set up our chairs under the tree and have drinks and nibbles and still get the football results from Starlink. So that confirmed in my mind that I need to get one. But why did I need to get one? Well, last year when we were travelling around Australia up through the centre, I took this with me, which is a Telstra Nighthawk device. It's quite good when you're in a town, except some towns it was pretty pathetic. Like at one stage there, uploading our videos, it took 3 days. And I'm not kidding, it took 3 days to upload a video to YouTube. So I needed to do something a bit more better. So yeah, the Starlink was what I was looking at, or some sort of remote device like that. And now Starlink, they had the special going at Christmas time, which it's finished now. They've got a different special up now looking for remote full-time installations. But yeah, the special price is no longer there if you want the Roam version. So I bought the, used to be called the RV package, now it's called Roam, and it's $175 a month when it's active, and you can stop it. So I've stopped mine now. Actually stopped it nearly a month ago now, and so it's just sitting in the caravan waiting for me to reactivate it when I need it when we go travelling. The next couple of trips we're doing will be up the coast, so this will be going along with us. This is my home Wi-Fi, by the way. The Nighthawk device from Telstra. It's quite fast. It handles all our laptops and streaming TV. And yeah, so generally up the coast it's fine, you don't need Starlink. You only need Starlink when you're out in remote areas. And there is one spot, a couple of spots up the coast, like Grassy Head for example, where the phone reception is pretty bad. You get it, but it's only just. But the Starlink works terrific there. So that's the end of our video. I'm going to put a little short clip I did of running it mobile in my car. Well, not mobile, but setting it up on my car and putting the router in my car, running it off a little tiny inverter, just to, as an experiment, which you could do if you wanted to. Some people have cut the motors out of the Starlink dishes to mount them on their roofs, but I'm not into that. But I reckon I've got the next best thing, having everything permanently in the caravan. All you do is turn it on and put the dish on the car, plug it in. Done. Off you go. Alright, see you on our next video. I'm hoping to put together is a DRS, dust reduction system for the caravan. So Jayco stopped putting in the Dometic DRSs due to a gas airflow issue from Victoria, and so I'm going to investigate DRSs. I had a mate, Peter Bickle from years ago, who contacted me and told me about a homemade DRS that he put into his caravan. So I'm going to see if I can do a variation on that on my AllTerrain. So stay tuned for that one. Bye.